beautiful people, my name is Talking Makinwa right here. Welcome to another episode of Trending. Trending is on HipTv. You guys know that, right? This is that show that focuses on hot topics and viral people. Today's guest is as big as they come, and he is a handful as well. Now I'm going to need my chair, I'm going to need my legs crossed, I'm going to need my mouth closed sometimes because I'm just going to introduce the guest when I come back, okay? So when we come back, I will be revealing who he is right after this break. So do not go anywhere. We'll be right back. Welcome back, guys. If you just tuned in, you tuned in right in time. My guest today was born into musical greatness. His father is unarguably one of the most influential musicians of the 20th century. Now, my guest started performing at the Africa Shrine at an early age. Ladies and gentlemen, drum roll, please welcome Seun ANIKULAPO Kuti.
Hey.
Yeah? That's the name. Now, I only just found out what ANIKULAPO means because you guys pronounce it funny and then
no,
it actually means ANIKULAPO.
It's ANIKULAPO.
Meaning you have death you have death in the pouch.
Yeah. It's an old hunter's name.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how does it feel being the son of a legend? Because your father is a legend.
Well, it's a lottery. And when you get to win it, it doesn't really matter because when you grow up in it, it's an everyday thing. And Fela himself was a very simple guy. So
why do I feel like you're being sarcastic?
No, I'm telling you for a fact.
I can't tell.
People are always like outside looking in and fantasizing. But being my dad's child, probably because of his personality and being so simple and down to earth, he grounded all of us, and that's why we're able to relate with everybody and we don't. How do we say, blow air up our own backside.
So were you guys close while he was alive?
Yeah, I was very close, very, very close with my dad.
So tell me, what is a typical day like in the life of Fela ANIKULAPO Kuti?
Well, Fela was very routine. Never used to go out, wake up, eat, he writes music.
So it was a very big family because he had a lot of wives.
Yeah, but by the time I was born, Fela had divorced all his wives. Because he believed marriage was bad. Yeah, divorced all his wives. So I actually grew up with Fela and like maybe 100 girlfriends.
Wow.
So when people think Fela had 27 wives, that was the old Fela. By the time I was born, Fela had like 100 girlfriends, no more wives.
Did all the children live in the same house?
To a certain age, only my sister and my sister Motu, me, my brother Kunle were the ones living with him when he actually passed. My dad died when I was 14, so yeah. By then, Femi and Sister Yeni and our late sister, they moved out.
I mean, he was a huge humanitarian, also an activist as well. So I mean, all of that activity going around you guys, how did you feel about, your dad being so vocal and knowing that today he could say something that could have, cops landing at your doorstep the next morning?
We used to have cops by the house every day shooting. Not everything about life is rosy, I guess. Growing up with my dad actually taught me that from a very young age. He tried to ground us and tell us about the reality of life, When people always say, oh, you're lucky to be Fela's child, I'm like, these people don't know I had gunshots all my life. Growing up, every day, people running, so. But it's okay when you have a strong father like that who also cared about his children and made sure that, he did everything he could to protect us, Yeah.
So do you think that your fearless spirit came from your background, knowing that you have such a, very dynamic person as a father and a dynamic family
unit? I'm not fearless, so I have my fears.
You do? Tell me two of them.
I'm very afraid of the dark. Not the dark by itself.
But you don't sleep with the lights on?
I sleep with the lights off. That's what I'm saying, not the dark by itself. Okay. But when I'm in the dark and then I hear funny sounds, I don't deal with that right. Then I hate buzzing insects and I can't stand.
I hate cockroaches.
I can't stand, not cockroaches, but buzzing insects do me in.
All right, so let's
And I can't stand snakes.
Oh, okay. Well, that's very much respected. I think I'm afraid of snakes as well.
They don't play fair.
Yeah, they don't. First off, congratulations, because you just had a baby girl.
Yeah.
How does it feel to be a dad?
It's nice, I think, I was prepared, and I was ready. I wanted a kid, so
So did you set out that year to think I'm going to be a father at the end of,
Not really, but I'm like, if it happens, yeah, perfect,
I would really like to know your thoughts about marriage. Are you going to get married to the mother of your child, or do you guys have an arrangement? Because with ease, you said to me, Fela never believed in marriage.
No, so. He did at some point. Then later, after going through different types, he went through the monogamous marriage, he went through the polygamous marriage, and coming out of it, he said marriage is bad. I think a man like that knows what he's saying.
So what do you think about marriage?
I'm standing with Fela on that one.
I think it's bad. Well, I just got married.
Well, it's working for you. As I said, not everything that what I say, sometimes people talk as if what I say is the word of God. I'm saying what I'm saying is the word of God. No, it's my opinion. Okay. It doesn't have to be law. It doesn't have to be right. It just has to be my opinion.
True.
As long as it's not harming anybody.
So are you going to let your child study music, or? No,
my daughter will do anything she wants. Play tennis, play tennis.
In Jesus' name, amen.
Tennis. No, that will spoil it. Tennis.
Hard
work is the only way she can do it.
What's your religion?
Nothing. I'm an atheist.
I said in Jesus' name, you said that would spoil it.
Yes, because then you have to give tithes and go for prayer session, and she won't have time to train. The pastor will always see vision against her. No, it's too complicated.
Not true.
That's why we don't have any Nigerian tennis star.
Yeah, but if she wants to be a Christian, would you let her be a Christian?
Yeah, of course, she's allowed to. I personally believe that one of the reasons why people are religious is because when we are young, they bamboozle us with these stories and put fear and put order in our hearts before we are old enough to make up our minds.
Let me tell you what I'm scared of. Because I heard that when your dad died, like when he was being buried, like the sun and the rain came out.
Yeah, there was a lunar eclipse. True? There was a lunar eclipse, yes, it's true. But this was not because...
But they didn't say it was a lunar eclipse. They didn't say, Abamir died,
dead. Of course, this is Africa, If they say in Africa, winds fly past house, the kid die, wizards, all this kind of... We are superstitious people, yes, but...
Was he superstitious?
Fela was very... I won't say superstitious, he was very religious. He was a traditional African. Okay. So this makes him, I think... If people believe that, I don't know why they're still going to church, because Fela never went to church or mosque. So if it's the African traditional way, and the day and the sun and the moon come out and the stars during the day, and you believe that, and you should follow what Fela is saying and abandon your pastor, because plenty of pastors have died, you've not seen lunar eclipse.
Oh my God, Femi, you see why I said I have to sit down, take my, my feet closed.
No, but it's true.
You are very vocal about quite a number of things. Talking about your family units, I'm talking about your siblings now. There have been loads of things about you guys. People think you guys are a close-knit family. Some people think you guys don't really speak to each other. Some people think, well, all they share is just the last name. Is that accurate?
Femi is like 20 years my senior. So most people expect to see us holding hands walking down the street, and yeah, we had our topsy-turvy every time after my dad just died, but other than that, there's nothing, we're as close as any 20-year-old, 10-year apart siblings can be.
Okay, so how many kids did Fela officially have?
My dad did not have official kids, he had kids.
So right now, there might be somebody strolling somewhere who might be your sibling?
Well, if we know, we don't know.
Has anyone ever come, resurfaced, moved out to say?
Well, no, but yeah.
You had a couple of people, right?
Not a couple, we've had one brother.
Okay. All right. Now, so talking about, Femi and you and your topsy-turvy and reconciliation, do you guys get sometimes bothered about being compared to Fela, or do you feel like you have big shoes to fill all the time?
As I said, it's always easier when you're inside. It's just hard for people that are out looking in, For me, people will always say that. It's part of my individuality. And one of the things Fela taught us was, we have to accept who we are. From a very early age, our individuality was something that Fela drummed into our ears, and how you have to understand yourself and respect who you are. Being Fela's son is a part of who I am. So
was it like a Tales by Moonlight setting where he just sits down, calls you guys and lights up, rolls up something and says, you have to grow up knowing who you are? Was it that kind of setting?
No, it wasn't that kind of setting at all. Fela's teachings were very informal. And it came by way of his own actions, especially. Parents have to understand the level of influence that they have on their children. And my father impacted on me so positively, I cannot begin to comprehend how my imagination would be if I wasn't his son, so.
Do you miss him sometimes?
Yeah, of course, And the real reason why I miss him now as an adult is because, so many things he said as a kid, that I couldn't comprehend, but now as an adult, you think about it and you say, this is what this guy was saying. I wish he was here now, we could have this conversation.
Okay, so let me ask you this, because I know you purposely dodged a question that I asked you. Yeah,
What
so
question?
what attributes did you take from your father?
Attributes are, well, as many positive attributes as I can. I'm not, the fact that I smoke weed is not because I'm Fela's son. No, it's true.
That is what I asked.
Most people act as if it's only Fela's children that smoke weed. Everybody is smoking weed.
But do you smoke weed?
Yes, I do.
How often do you smoke weed?
I started smoking weed when I was 21. Not in Calcutta, in Liverpool, in university. That's how you also understand the strength of peer pressure. I was 20 years in Calcutta and never touched a joint. 1 month in Liverpool, I was smoking like a chimney.
But did he smoke in front of you guys?
Yes, Fela smoked all the time. In front of us, behind us, by our sides.
Okay, so speaking about your brother, Femi, I mean, I know, as you said, you guys are now chums.
We've always been chums. We just had a little time that was not so chummy.
Do you know you guys sound alike? Because I got to interview him right before he turned 50. And I'm sitting here, and the manner at which you guys talk is the same thing. You're very direct, almost like a tell-off kind of interview.
No,
exactly, I'm not. Like you're telling me off.
No way.
It kind of feels like that.
That's an exaggeration.
All right, so he's been nominated for the Grammys a couple of times, and he hasn't won quite yet. I mean, how do you feel about the Grammys? Do you think, you know what, don't nominate him anymore if you guys are not going to give him the award? Or...
You can't tell them not to do that. That's what I say. Him being nominated by the Grammys, for him playing revolutionary music is victory enough. Because the Grammy is about commercial viability, and the fact that they recognize Femi alone is a very big honor, because I tell people like Tupac never won.
True.
While they were alive. I don't think Bob Marley got one. Rolling Stones didn't get one, I think. While they were active, I think they got one.
After when they left.
Yeah, but artists like Baha Men, they've got one. Who let the dogs out? And people are like...
Because music is also changing. Do you know that? Like, it's kind of different. It keeps evolving.
No,
like music then is not selling now. All I'm saying is that it keeps evolving and the sound keeps changing from what it used to be.
But the truth about it, I'm just saying, it's not... Winning a Grammy is not a sign of being a great artist. That's why I said the Baha Men, like, who are they today? Who's heard about them? They're not doing anything, and they won a Grammy for that, so that's how it is,
Okay.
Sometimes you win, sometimes you don't.
Every time your name is in the news, one thing is right beside it: opinion. You are highly opinionated. I remember the incidents with Burna Boy wearing...
There was no incidents with Burna Boy.
Yeah, he wore underwear at the shrine, and you had some things to say about it.
No, I had nothing to say.
So someone lied?
He's just taking things out of context. As I said, like, when I say things all the time, I'm surprised how one sentence can be the news. People take one sentence.
Because you're very interesting. Do you know that?
Yeah, but I think I'm even more interesting if they publish everything that I say. Not just one line and then build some news.
So I'm going to publish everything you said from here. I'm going to tweet it.
That would be perfect.
And I'll make sure that it gets on every...
What happened with Burna Boy was, my friends know me, I have a huge sense of humor. So a friend of mine sent me a picture of a blog where one guy was saying, who is this disgracing himself wearing pants like Fela? And the person answered and said, oh, it's Seun. And the person said, he can't sing, now he's going to try to wear pants like his father. So me, being my jovial self, I took a picture of the thing, put it on my BBM with the picture of the conversation of my friend sent it to me, and I put a statement like, it's not me, I'm bald. And Fela never used to perform with underwear. Someone should have told Burna that.
But did you know about the artist then? Or was that the very first time you
No, I know. Burna Boy's grandfather was my father's first manager.
Okay.
So I know him, So I even believe, that's why I said, I believe he knew better than saying he's trying to do Fela by wearing pants. People say they watched a documentary of Fela. Fela wore pants in the documentary. That documentary was shot in the house. Fela was in the house rehearsing. Fela has never worn pants on stage when he's performing. When he's in the house, yes, Nobody, and people will argue with me. Someone that lived with him all day, all my life, I knew him, personally was my father. He wore pants on stage. These people never came to Shrine. They never came to Calcutta. In fact,
I've been to Shrine. The new one.
Yeah,
and I really like it.
Shrine.
I didn't go to the old one, but I've been to... I was much younger.
Shrine is not old. Shrine is Shrine.
But they renovated it.
No, this is the new location of Shrine, not the new Shrine.
That was in where it used to be.
shrine is shrine now in this new location. There used to be one shrine in this other place before.
Okay, so we're going to go on a quick break now. When we come back, there's a very interesting segment of the show. Now, I hope you're looking forward to that, okay? Because when we come back, it's time for nasty comments. We'll be right back. Welcome back, guys. Now, this segment is one that I always enjoy. Now, you guys might call me naughty because, yeah, I like, having people read nasty things that people say about them. So, Seun, you're going to go through this and you're going to read just a couple of things that people say about you. Now, let me ask you this. Do you go on blogs?
Never.
So, what's the worst thing you've ever heard about yourself?
I'm too great.
He's so wonderful. Oh my God. Okay, here you go. So you're going to read through this and just, let me tell you why we do this. It's just to see your reaction. And I know you're very opinionated, so I'd really like to see you give out your opinions about this comment.
Okay, before I start reading this, I have to let you know that what everybody thinks about me means a lot to me.
Can I get you a tissue?
What you think about me is what I think about before I eat. And before I can even play music.
Oh, God.
I think about everything you speak about me.
It's so sad.
So let me read this and see. Onyx Godwin said, so he has music. How come I haven't heard any? All I know is that he's Fela's son. At least you know me. What's up? About an interview. Even this interview you had, you owe it to Fela. Be grateful for once. I don't even know what to say. This is so dumb. Sophia Z said, this guy is so annoying. Who made him a celeb? You did. You did. You just
Joe, you need to stop. Joe, please stop.
I'm serious. I feel bad. I have to let people know how I feel.
Okay, read one more because I'm really laughing. I can't
everything they said. Okay, I think I've seen one that looks. I think I've seen two that look really.
Okay, read those two. Read those two. Do you want us to hold hands? Do you want us to sing Kumbaya as you read?
Your father, Seun, who help you? Who know you lock up your rubbish song?
And the last one.
This is the result of smoking marijuana. Indian hemp. And the guy spelled Indian.
No, I can't.
Indian.
Give me back, I can't.
Please concentrate off your music.
Seun, please.
You have to read this.
No,
Please concentrate off your music career and make a life out of it.
Oh no.
And stop living in shadows. Yes, I will concentrate off my music career.
You're really funny. You should really go into comedy.
I'll try. I'm thinking when I do my shows, I do a little bit of comedy.
I think so, because I think even your expressions and the way it's actually funny. Because I've never laughed as much as I did right now.
Thank you.
Thank you for making me laugh.
You're welcome. Anytime.
It's
Call me
been-
when work is boring.
Man.
I do 5-minute things for my friends. No cost.
Oh my God. Now he's taking the piss, right? You're joking, right?
I'm telling you.
Are you
Anytime
serious?
you're just bored, call me. Comedy on the go.
Okay, so well, how do you really feel when people talk about your music in terms of, having never heard about you or having never seen a show of Seun? Does that really...
Well, first of all, Nigeria is like maybe 7%, 8% of my career, my earnings come from here. So I think, I'm not really fazed that maybe somebody in one village hasn't heard me, or in one town, or in one place. I try to spread my music around as much as possible,
And that's acceptable.
Well, I'm sure, the person is just definitely not my fan, or fan of the kind of music I make. So if you are, you'd definitely don't know I have music.
Okay, so say for instance, you became the president of Nigeria. What is that one thing you'd change in your time? Or what is that one thing that you're looking forward to seeing change in Nigeria?
Well, I think our continued dependency on Western investment, as they call it, it's something that I believe is should be changed. You know, and Nigeria should represent Nigerians first before the interest of Western corporations and governments.
That's very interesting. Also, recently talking about Western stuff and Western topics and subjects, you do know that there was a gay, same-sex marriage law that was passed in Nigeria. Now, how did that make you feel as a Nigerian?
Well, I think we Africans are going through a lot already, and we are being discriminated against as black people to now start criminalizing people for their sexes.
Do you
for
have
their
gay
sexual
friends?
Of course I have gay friends. I have gay friends all over the world. The thing is, I don't have gay friends in Nigeria. Because I think in Nigeria, gay people are only friends with themselves. They have like, because society is not really accepting them. What I think is, they are already behind society. They are like closed out of society, and they are doing their thing, and I just didn't think that our government should have legalized, hatred of fellow people. What are they doing? Who you are sleeping with has no effect on my life, especially when they are consenting adults, but we are allowed to marry little girls here. That's not a problem, So I see pedophilia as a worse vice than, and people raping their girlfriends. Because she's your girlfriend doesn't mean you have the right to have sex with her anytime you feel like.
Shegun.
They say,
Ade. Tola outside looking at you thinking, what's he saying?
It's the truth, In first sight, yeah, she's my girlfriend, I didn't rape her. But the Nigerian police, they go and tell them, it is a good for inside your house.
It's so funny because I've heard cases about people going to report in police stations, and the police is so nonchalant. They're like, this is a matter for the family. Settle it inside the house.
So I believe that our society has more things to worry about. Criminalizing or persecuting black people for their sexuality. For me, they can't change it. I don't believe that they can help it. It's who they are.
Okay, before I let you go, 2015 is around the corner. We just started 2014, really, but yeah, in terms of politicking, and polywising, or whatever they like to call it. Of course, the new year in 2015 is going to be where we elect another president. What do you think young people, you and I, what do you think we can do about things like that?
For the 2015 elections, I believe that young people need to be more involved and not superficially. You need to be more involved deeply, in a way that is substantial, because the 2011 should be a lesson for us, with the rhetoric, I have no shoe, I'll give you light. We should look above that. We should look beyond light, water. We should go into ideologies and principles and policies, because these are the things that really affect us. We should go into nitty-gritty, things like the budget, things like this subsidy. I think being Nigerians, and having democracy gives us a peaceful option to achieve our dreams, to achieve our goals in a peaceful way, because we have the power when it comes to time to vote to determine the kind of future that we want.
Would you ever consider going, into politics, running for governor or maybe running for presidency?
Well, for me, the kind of change that I want to see starts from me, So maybe young people should check out what we're doing, www.changemovementng.org, changemovementng.org. Check it out. You see what we're doing in terms of trying to impact on the social status of the country and also on the minds of young people in general, politically, socially.
All right, that's very interesting. So what do you do aside from music? How do you relax? What's your favorite pastime? What team do you support?
I support the Arsenal.
Okay, well, they're all right this season.
They are not all right, man. They are the greatest.
Yeah.
All right, K.
Oh my God, talking about this.
All right, K.
Well, thank you so much for coming, Arsenal guy.
It's
been really interesting chatting with you. And as I always say to all my guests, you have to trend so that we can have you back here in 2014.
Okay, I would find some more truths to say that would drive.
That will drive you, and then we can have you here and we can talk about the truth,
okay,
like you always like to put it.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Here are the top 5 trending Afrobeat songs right now. Enjoy.
At number 5 on the top 5 trending Afrobeat songs is Run My Race by Burna Boy. At number 4, Water No Get Enemy from Fela, original Broadway cast recording. And at number 3, Rise by Seun, Kuti and Egypt 8.
I dey cry for my country when I see I'm in the hands of these people. I dey cry for Africa when I see I'm in the hands of these people.
At number 2 is Jaye Jaye by Wizkid featuring Femi Kuti.
If you call a woman Africa woman, no go green. If you call a woman Africa woman, no go green. She go say I be lady.
And at number 1 on the top 5 trending Afrobeat songs, Double Wahala by Orishafemi.
From Moscow to Malaysia, from Malaysia to Miami, to Dubai. I'm on a push video. If I like, I spend my money anyway I like it. Don't come near me, Mr. Toku. And if you don't see me, you go chop one laugh for the body. I'm the owner of them body.
Now those were the top 5 trending Afrobeat songs right now. As they say, all good things must surely come to an end. But guess what? You can watch videos and make comments on interesting items at www.hiphopworldmagazine.com. Also, follow us on Instagram. We are at Trending on HipTv. Like our posts, make comments, share pictures with us. Remember to use the hashtag trending on all of your posts as well. Now take care of yourselves. I will see you on another Trending. Goodbye.